are much, much higher. So that you took your time, most of last year, just getting us all involved and all acquainted to the program. And now you have taken your time to bring the CECs on board so that they have a better understanding. Because, as you said, the subject of sanitation and menstrual hygiene is not easy. It's not 1+1. It's something that we need to think together. And then now, when you say you want to economize it, and look at market-based solutions and make it even profitable and economically viable, then it's even more complex. And it's important that we have this conversation. Maybe what I can say to the CCs who are here is, as you go back to the counties, let this percolate. Yeah? Is percolate still an English word? Yeah. Let it percolate to the lower levels so that everybody who's involved, owns it. And even the governors who are not here, are properly and fully briefed on the program and how important it is, as we move forward. I think the other important aspect is your engagement with our CIDPs, because that will be our development Bible for the next 5 years. So the fact that we will have put in, menstrual hygiene and sanitation as a core part of our CIDPs with your support is also a plus for the program. And I think as Homabay, we are prioritizing sanitation. We have had several partners, working with us on open defecation, reducing and so on. And recently, actually, we did get an award, I think, in Nairobi, for being, I think we are most improved, but we are #1. We are not used to that, but tunasonga. So we are very, very happy that we are getting there. But I think the point that you've mentioned on menstrual hygiene and sustainability, because the approach that we have all taken towards menstrual hygiene is what, especially as leaders or even as partners, is that we buy sanitary towels, we take them to schools or wherever, or when we meet girls, we give them 2 packets, 3 packets. They are supposed to survive for the whole year. They have their periods every month, and you give them 3 packets, and you clap for yourself and call the media, and say how you have helped with menstrual hygiene. And I'm also a culprit. I mean, we all are, in terms of, trying to make this touch and go approach. It is not sustainable. It is not an approach that then, helps us or even helps our girls. And yet we know that this subject of menstrual hygiene has been linked to, for example, teenage pregnancies, HIV. At the end of the day, when we say our girls are hanging around, and if you ask the girls here, especially if you grew up in the village and so on, nobody really introduces you to this subject of menstrual hygiene. You just see, hey, nanyesha, hey, then what? Where do I go? What do I do? And even your parents, even mothers, do not have this conversation. So I think we must make an effort towards community conversation around this subject. But in terms of sustainability, I'm sure you have discussed with the counties how they think this can happen. But for example, now every county is supposed to develop an industrial park. For example, every county, even Homabay, will have an industrial park, and we will have cotton ginning and so on and so forth. If we set up there and we can produce our women, communities can come, they produce sanitary. I know there are people who are, making the reusable ones. You can make either reusable or disposable, whichever way, so that it's also bringing money into our pockets. And when you talked about sanitation and how important it is to prevention, I just reflected on a recent meeting we had with NHIF, and they said the most money they are paying for treatment in Homabay is for waterborne diseases. That's the highest disease burden that we have as far as NHIF payments are concerned. So it is a valid point, and if we deal with prevention, then we'll be able to save some money towards looking at other programs. I had a conversation with you. I think as Homabay, we are hoping to celebrate the International Women's Day and put menstrual hygiene and dignifying our girls and women at the center of it. And we do hope that this is an area that we could probably partner with the program. And also on 21st of March, we have what we call the Governor's Mentorship Camp. It is a program that I started when I was still woman rep. I used to call it Mama County Says, which brings together up to 4,000 girls from all our schools. And we bring in mentors and we talk to them. We have group work in the morning and plenary in the afternoon. So it's really one-on-one mentorship with the girls, and we'll have it. And we also hope that we can make menstrual hygiene also at the center of it, and also if it's a program that probably could be, you know, an area of partnership and of advancing the program. So I don't want to speak too much, but I'd just like to say that you're really, really welcome to Homabay. This is a program that we feel strongly about. I feel strongly about it because I think it speaks to subjects that people would rather ignore. And I really am grateful that my brother, Dr. Otuoma, is championing this, and that I will compliment his efforts as we go along with the program. And as Homabay County, I can say that you have our full support. All our teams are here. Water is here, health is here, governance is here, finance are in. So we are moving forward. And I'm sure it's the same for the other counties that are represented here today. And with those many remarks, allow me to now take this opportunity to welcome, to speak to us, our chief guest. Tusimame tafadhali, makofi ya kilo moja mbili tatu. Tena. Karibu sana, Governor, karibu.
Your Excellency. Asante. Asante sana. We can sit. Your Excellency, Governor.